kitchen, but also in the garden. So we're going to talk about how all of these items Frankie has pulled for us can actually be used in both places.
Yeah, so you guys take a pick and guess what it's used for.
Well, I know this is not for cutting.
You know, but you know, if you look at a steak knife like that, it can be used to divide perennials. You can use it as a dandelion digger, so you can go around and get the root out. So it's a really useful tool. Almost in every garden toolkit that I have, I always have a steak knife in there just to do those little easy cutting jobs.
You need that knife in the garden anyway. I mean, I know I use eggshells for aerating my soil anyway. I mean, you just throw them in there, and I do use the soap for the aphids, and especially in this thing here.
Yeah, yeah. So
the eggshells, that's the compost.
Yeah, so if it's no yolk.
Oh. Is it the special egg?
I waited to use that. So eggshells, number one, can be crushed up, put around the base of plants, and by being put around the base of plants, it can also restrict the amount of crawling insects that will go on the plants.
Oh, okay.
You can take that same crushed eggshell, and when you're planting your tomatoes, if you plant it at the same time in the soil with tomatoes, it'll actually improve calcium to the soil, preventing the scarring and the blossom end rot at the bottom of a tomato. It can be used, just like you said, as a soil amendment to aerate the soil to improve it. So if you really want to be a good gardener, never throw an eggshell away.
And make a pretty good omelet.
And I never throw away the grind of my espresso in the morning. I always throw them in the garden for some reason. I don't know why, but
which is great.
I still do it.
You know your stuff, because the reason being is coffee grounds are full nitrogen. So it's adding nitrogen to the soil. And by amending the soil, you don't want to put too much at any one time. That's going to really improve the green, the leafy, the top growth. So if you're using coffee grounds and you're using it on a flowering plant, and you're wondering, why the heck is this flowering plant not flowering? It's because you're promoting all the green growth. So with flowering plants, I would say, don't do that so much. But in the vegetable garden, for all your leafy greens, your Swiss chard, all those non-flowering vegetables, what a great...
What about
you, Randy? Pick one.
Oh yeah,
what do you think this is? What do you think this is for?
I think that's how you clean your hands out of the hose when you're done gardening. Is that what it is?
Right?
What about the banana?
You know what? Okay, so just liquid soap.
This keeps bugs away,
You got it. You're going to mix that with water, and by mixing water and spraying it on the foliage is insecticidal soap. If you think about it, pioneers, when they used to garden, after they would have a bath inside because they never had running water and they would use soap, they would take that soapy water and put it over the vegetable garden, watering the garden, and then putting insecticidal soap over those plants, protecting the plants. You said about washing your hands too. This is a really good tip, and I wasn't even going to talk about this, but a bar of soap. Before you garden, take the bar of soap, run your fingernails across that bar of soap. What's going to happen is the soap's going to go into your fingernails, and then after you're done gardening, you wash your fingernails. And what happens is the soap comes out, and you don't have dirty fingernails for your date that night.
That's smart.
But then you got soap in your nails.
That's smart.
That's how I got all the ladies.
That is so smart.
Yeah.
Think all the money you'll save in the manicure pedicures.
Exactly. Exactly. And at the same time,
that is so good.
A bar of soap like this hung in a stocking around a garden. If you have problems with deer, it's the smell of a human. Gardeners are crazy, by the way.
I want to see your garden. There's like soaps hanging everywhere, right?
Like, there's some people that pee around the edge of their garden to prevent things from coming in.
Supposed to do that?
No.
This is better than the pee.
It's
cleaner.
This is better than the pee. But indeed, by doing that, you're going to repel or reduce the amount of deer that are going to come in because you want the smell.
Interesting.
Salt, of course. So salt, if you put salt on slugs, it pulls the moisture right from the slug.
Okay, I have to tell you,
and dehydrates the slug.
I have to tell you, I had some really crazy landladies when I was in England, and they used to sit with a bottle of wine and a box of salt on the back step and kill slugs. I'm like, seriously, this was their Friday night. They'd sit there with it, and I mean, seriously.
They weren't making Randy's pizza. Slugs. That's what we're doing.
They're my kind of people.
Oh yeah, or the grapefruit.
Banana. So the banana peel. And everybody now knows how to, you're supposed to do that now. That's the big YouTube thing.
The monkey showed me that.
Yeah, a monkey. That's how monkeys peel a banana. Did you know that?
It's going to handle.
Peel the banana from the bottom. That's how a monkey does it. But it's not about the banana. I'll give this to Randy because you look hungry, Randy. Eat that. It's about the peel, and the peel is potassium. So by putting this in the soil with roses, it's an old folklore. Really no science has been proven to it, but it does improve some of the blooms. Many people feel that. So as you plant a rose, always plant a rose with a banana peel. It's going to do great.
But you cover that under the soil, right?
Of course.
This is an ugly garden.
Yeah.
It's got banana peel with the rose.
Banana.
I'm not inviting anyone over.
Eggshells. Like what?
I never even brought the wine bottle. You can bury the wine bottle. You bury the wine bottle right up to its stem, and as wind passes the top of the wine bottle, it vibrates that wine bottle, and then voles and moles and mice will stay out of the garden because it just drives them crazy.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
But what about your 10 cents on the bottle?
What?
Your 10 cents on the bottle, but that's for the people in England. That's the people in England that are doing the same thing.
That's so
and then
cool.
for people that have cats, okay, first off is the rind. You can just zest this rind. You guys always are zesting lemons and things like that. Zesting the rind of grapefruit in a garden where cats go. Cats hate the smell of grapefruit and citrus, so that will repel them. Also, at the same time, you can also, when you, that's why I brought the knife, by putting the grapefruit, and after you scoop the grapefruit out, just take this and put it upside down. And what will happen is slugs are attracted to it, and the slugs will go right to the bottom, and you just pick this up in the morning, walk away with your slugs, and you got rid of your slugs.
What are you got against slugs, man?
Then you salt them.
Yeah, then you salt them. And then you have some escargot.
Somehow you gotta preserve them.
Just really quickly, the vinegar.
And vinegar poured on broadleaf plants, weeds, is a herbicide. It'll kill weeds.
Oh, it's a natural way.
In full sun, put vinegar right on a weed. It'll burn the weed and it'll die back for at least a couple weeks to almost 2 to 3 months.
Nice.
Yeah, it depends on the weed.
That's how to slaughter stuff in the garden.
There you go.
You're scaring me, actually. Let's go to break.